This video is sponsored by Level 8 Luggage. Get 10% off using code NONSTOP10. Coming up today, we're taking a luxury sleeper bus across the northern Philippines. Or at least that's how it was sold to me. All is definitely not as it first seems. So come along with me and let me share with you the real experience. Welcome back to Manila. The metropolitan area of the Filipino capital city is home to 13.5 million people. There are huge contrasts in wealth within one of Southeast Asia's most populous regions. There are some super affluent areas, home to the upper classes, but also some huge slums with many of the country's poorest residents living a very hard life. Overall though, I like coming here. It's a vibrant place which is full of life. If you don't speak English, please enable the closed caption subtitles as they're translated into 140 languages for you. You can also now change the audio track to 8 other languages, including Spanish, Italian, French, German, Japanese and Hindi. To get to the start point of this trip, we need to take a grab taxi 8 kilometers east of central Manila to the Camias bus terminal located in neighbouring Quezon City. I left in good time as it was rush hour with everyone heading home from work and the streets were very busy with cars, bikes, buses and jeepneys. Good job I remembered my umbrella today. Anyway, I arrive at the Victory Liner Camias bus terminal around 1 hour before scheduled departure time and head inside to get out of the rain. I did have dinner before I arrived and grabbed a couple of drinks and snacks for the journey, as I wasn't sure what would be available on board or if we'd stop en route. Inside the terminal there is a large waiting area. Down the far end are toilets, the departure board and a staff ticket and information office. Even though I'd booked online, I had to show my e-ticket and get a paper boarding pass. And then I just waited under the huge ceiling fans for my departure time. If you need new luggage for your travels this year, then get a great deal with Level 8. I've now been using the stylish Roadrunner 20-inch carry-on case for the past 6 months, and now I won't travel without it. It features ultra-quiet 360-degree durable spinner wheels for effortless movement and a quick-access lockable front laptop and tablet pocket. It has a large 38-litre capacity, a multitude of storage pockets, and is super durable for every situation. There is also a lifetime warranty for absolute peace of mind on endless adventures. Level 8 are offering my viewers a discount of 10% off every order using code NONSTOP10. Just click the link above now or in the description below. Boarding announcements are done over the loudspeaker and are made in both Tagalog and English. Mine was called around 15 minutes before scheduled departure time. Then you just head through this doorway, show your boarding pass and you'll be directed to the correct bus.
Bus number 7281, sakay na po. My ticket bus na wala. Sakay na.
Ours for tonight is this Volvo model, which was clearly labelled on the front showing the end destination. The driver took my carry-on case to load into the hold and gave me a receipt for it, and then I was free to board. These Royal Class buses have a 1-1-1 layout across the width of the bus, with 2 of the sleeping pods stacked on top of one another. My first impressions are that it's a lot tighter than I expected, and I'm seriously considering my life choices right now. I'd chosen Pod C10 from the seating plan when booking, which is an upper one towards the rear on the driver's side, for no real reason. They are all the same size, so I don't think it matters, although I wouldn't want to be in the middle row. Let's just say that these pods aren't exactly designed for a person my size. I did fit, but it wasn't going to be a comfortable experience. A blanket and bottle of water were waiting for me at my seat/bed when I arrived. When not reclined, there is some space for a small bag behind the back of the seat.
Tuguegarao.
Before we depart, let's check out tonight's route.
Doon naman po sa bus number 7.
We'll depart from Manila and make 3 stops en route throughout the night, before arriving in Tuguegarao early tomorrow morning. After a bit of a traffic jam in the bus station, we finally leave around 7 minutes late at 7:52 PM. Tonight's route from Manila to Tuguegarao should take us 11 hours and 30 minutes, covering a distance of 447 kilometres with a scheduled arrival time of 7:15 AM tomorrow morning. The price for one adult is 1,700 Filipino pesos, which I think is very reasonable. Shortly after departure, our boarding passes are checked by the lovely conductor and we are handed a ham and cheese roll. The pod has fully closing privacy curtains on both sides. Down the far end is a little foot cubby. I could have done with one twice as deep. The seat has a safety belt and this lever to recline it. The maximum recline is shown here. I had to remove my bag though. A clean blanket is provided for some comfort. Each pod has personal AC vents and individual room light controls, along with a bottle of water, a small storage slot and 2 USB-A charging ports. There is a small onboard toilet at the back of the bus. This was fully functional, clean and tidy. There was no soap or toilet paper though, so bring your own. We are now entering the toll highway to start our overnight northbound trek up Luzon Island. I check our speed a few times and the most I saw was 110 km per hour. This is plenty fast enough in my opinion. If you want ad-free early access to every video, great perks and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now or the join button in every video. Thank you. It's right about now that I realise just how much of an uncomfortable night I'm about to have, but hey, the things I do for a video, right? Firstly, it would be lovely if these lights went off, both the corridor and window ones. And secondly, the pod just isn't large enough in any direction. It could do with being around 20 centimetres wider and 40 centimetres longer. It would also be lovely if the bed reclined fully. Anyway, I'm going to try and get some rest and I'll report back in the morning. Well, that was a terrible night's napping. I finally gave up on any sleep around 5:30 AM. I'm almost certain I've slept better on a hard bench in an airport terminal on an overnight layover before. And it wasn't just the movement of the bus. I don't have trouble sleeping on trains or in a car if there's enough space. It was just too cramped for me. I'm sure if I was much smaller, I'd have gotten on much better. After our last stop in Iligan City, 80 kilometres from our final destination, we do start to get some nice bus window views as we pass through the northern Filipino landscapes, crossing rivers and seeing the endless fields and farms up here. So, as this trip is coming to an end, let me summarise this overnight journey with Victory Liner on their Royal Class sleeper bus from Manila to Tuguegarao. Did it leave me feeling like a king? Definitely not. It was cramped and uncomfortable, and I wouldn't recommend this experience if you're above average size. As we arrive in the suburbs of Tuguegarao, you might be asking, why did I come here? Well, I wanted to check out this service, and there was a few points of interest, including some fascinating old caves that had been recommended to me in the area. Also, there was an airport right in the city with a convenient flight the next day, so I could get back to Manila for my next adventure down to Cebu. In the end, we arrive at Tuguegarao bus terminal 23 minutes late at 7:37 AM. Have you been on any sleeper buses in Asia before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to new video ideas, so if you have anything you'd like to see on the channel, then drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.